Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Garrett's vlogs. And people have been lately, hey, where's Garrett been? Garrett went on vacation. He went hiking, and again he'd recovered from a little bit of illness, which knocked him back just a hair. And then he had this vacation planned to where he was going to go hiking and everything for over a week. And so upon returning, we have him back in the gym, and as you guys can see from the stuff we put up above, I'm starting him at a lighter percentage of his training max just to do 5. So we're keeping the training maxes the same. We're building them back up. Now, the thing to remember here is he is a little weaker than he was. We made tons and tons and tons of progress over months and months. Right? He's made great progress. He did get a little bit sick, and that happens. You know, it happens. So, and I get that all the time. I mean, we get clients who get various viruses and stuff, and they get knocked down for a little bit, and then we rebuild them up real fast and get them back where they were. Of course, in this case, shortly after, he went on a vacation, and he lost weight of hiking. So we're going to need a week or two to really get him back into the flow, right? Because he said, man, I had tons of DOMs, coach. I had tons of DOMs. And again, that's what happens. You lose some weight. But on the other hand, because he lost weight of hiking, he probably got a little leaner, lost some body fat, right? Lost some body fat with all that, and put us in a situation to where it was almost a mini cut. And again, the muscle tissue will come back really quick, because what's going to happen during something like that is just going to be a loss of muscle glycogen, right? Your muscles detrain a little bit. Reduces the total glycogen stores, and then what ends up happening is that they shrink temporarily, but they come back in like 1 to 2 workouts. So, but he lost weight, probably lost body fat, and obviously lost a little bit of strength. But like I said, it's not an issue, because he's coming back leaner, and then if he'll rebound and regain muscle between from that little bit of stuff he did, the time off meaning. Between being sick and then the hiking, and then his body composition will probably improve further. So again, it's not really a problem. It's just that he's like, wow, it's a little bit rougher week. Obviously strength is down a little bit, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. So we're keeping him with the normal programming we've been doing for now, which is a squat day, bench press day, and a deadlift day, and then we obviously do lots of pull-ups and stuff in between. And when we look at what his supplemental work is at the moment, on the bench day, we just do back squats, we do goblet squats, we do pull-ups, leg raises. Now, he didn't quite get me as much footage this week as I would have liked ideally, right? I would have liked a little more. On his bench press day, we do 5-3-1 type training, and then I have him doing 5x5 for supplemental work at 70%. Then he does dumbbell presses, and he does triceps on that day. Because again, we kind of give that day its own stuff, and I'm having him do the body weight stuff, the pull-ups and everything on the squat and the deadlift day. So people would say, why? Well, because his bench is his worst lift. It's like me in that regard. Accordingly, I want to make sure that we put enough work and volume into the benching and not be fatigued from doing extra back work on that day. Because, quite frankly, his deadlift is his best lift, right now out of his big 3. Then it's squat, then it's bench. So if we're going to put stuff there, that seems like it's kind of the way to go. He did tell me, I think he tore a callus on his hand on this plus set coming back. And again, that's normal. He hasn't trained in well over a week. All right, so skin. Right, the skin isn't going to be as tough. Like, these are things that just happen quickly sometimes, and it's things that people need to be aware of. A lot of little minor things change pretty quick when you have any real downtime from training. But by that same token, most of the stuff that you have trained comes back very, very quickly, if not almost instantly. Sometimes within a single workout. Now, his deadlift days are obviously a little less complicated. We do the ramp up to a plus set for the deadlift, and we do 5 sets of 5 on the deadlift. at 70% training max. We do some pull-ups and we do hanging leg raises. And that's really all that he needs right now. It's what he can handle from recovery. And over time, I will probably work a second hinge back in when I'm sure that his recovery is back on point, when everything's going in his life how I want it to do that, to where I can work something like some good mornings in, which would be helpful for him at this point, given his longer, lankier nature, the fact that he's tall, right? Tall and lanky. That's why even now, weighing about 218, we bulked him up to, he's not super thick, but he's at a lean athletic body fat, and he's like 6'5", so he's a very, very tall guy. He is a tall guy. But here's the other thing to remember. He just went hiking. And what's going to happen with that is that's going to end up improving our body composition coming up here shortly, because he clearly would have lost some body fat from all that. And again, we're going to rebound off muscle memory very quickly. Anything that he lost, it won't take long. It will probably be at the end of this week. So when we go into next week's training, I predict that he is probably going to be about where he was. And then we can go back to making that progress, right? We can go back to making that progress. So here's where we are with the update. And like I said, everything is reduced a little bit. We're going off 80% training maxes for 5+, rather than 85%, so that he has a week to acclimate and adapt. And he didn't get any real crazy reps on any of this stuff either, even though we're in that situation. But I'm going to let you guys finish watching some of this footage, let the video run out. So I hope it has been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.